Let me tell you something, son.
Don't you dare.
Oh, what's that? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear your denials over the sound of your college fund draining away. Listen up, kid. Today, I wanted to treat you to something very special since I feel like I haven't been doing my fatherly duty appropriately. So I thought we would go to a trampoline park.
Wait, a trampoline park?
That's right, son. Look, if you look over there, your grandparents and the in-laws are already having a great time. Just look in the back of those pickup trucks. See right there's the grandparents? And right over there's the in-laws. They're resting. They're waiting for their turn on the trampoline park.
Uh-huh. And can you explain to me exactly why they're in the back of pickup trucks?
Oh, no problem, son. It's all the rave now, you see. How it works is when you get in the back of the pickup truck, see?
Uh-huh.
And then the pickup truck runs from the police.
Okay, this is starting to turn pretty sour.
And then what happens is it jumps off the giant ramp into some huge springs that shoot it into the atmosphere.
Wait, what?
Here we go, son. It's their turn. Look, they're gonna have a great old time. Ridiculous! Well, it's fine, son. Look, one of your relatives is gonna make it all the way to the end. I'm sure they're gonna be fine.
Dad, his head got severed by the tailgate!
And that, son, is why you should always wait 60 minutes before swimming after you eat.
What? Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more BeamNG.drive. Out here on the bridge to nowhere, it is a beautiful day to go to the trampoline park. There's a brand new mod that created these springs. You can make them exceedingly large if you want to, which is what we did today. Now, one of the things that you could do with these things is, you can smash cars into them and kind of watch them spring back and everything like that. You could drop cars on them. I thought, why not make a progressive trampoline park style thing and see which cars can possibly get through to the end? Now, you gotta understand, these springs are fantastic for causing havoc. The heavier the car, the more ridiculous things get, and the faster the car goes, the more ridiculous things get. So I figured, why not put up some gigantic ramps, shoot a big line of cars over, and see what happens to them. And what the hell, we'll throw a couple of stigs in the back just to see how far we could get them to fly. First up, we have Rocky and Bruce Cornholius. They're wanted for using improperly weighted bags during cornhole. Let's see how they do. Now, there's one thing I learned. It's that everything's better when you have the potential to eject some stigs. So I threw a couple of these well-mannered folk into each of the beds. Now, these trucks aren't souped up or anything, so we're gonna get to see the gravity levitate. Oh, I think we're barely gonna catch the one. Yep, right there. Barely caught it, but I've got them lined up so that they do go flying afterward. A couple of the police vehicles ended up not really hitting the springboard quite so well. Over here, though, the very first vehicle doing fantastically. Never mind. Someone just got shot, put it right out of the back of the truck. And that right there is potentially going to be a spinal injury. I'm sure he'll be fine. Never mind. The truck just rolled right on top of him. Not going to be fine at all. The police car, though, has the potential to get and right itself and then continue onward. Actually, so does this car over here. Now, the big issue is, will it get enough speed in order to get past this? The answer is no. And neither will the police car. We may have to give these guys some extra oomph in the engine department. All right, let's put some Hemis inside of here. A Hemi fixes everything. I'm sure everything's going to go quite well as long as they don't end up pitting each other. That is some distance. I had no idea it would be quite so far. Wow. my God, the sticks just went flying further than I had ever imagined. Oh God, we haven't even used the trampolines with the heavies. I may have to back it down a little bit. Maybe it was too much power, but they're gonna have a second opportunity here. Now you're gonna notice that everyone's going to be moving a little bit slower, and that's gonna be perfect because I think that may give them the distance that they're gonna need in order to hit the second portion of the trampolines. Let's take a look right over here. Yeah, everyone's pretty much on point. Looking good, looking good. We definitely have some trampoline impacts going on over here. There we go. Didn't quite get enough time to bounce, though. The police one over here lands perfectly. Look at that lift. Look at the air. It's so, like, balanced. I don't think I've ever seen the trampoline do it quite that balanced. It's going to land on all 4 tires. Perfect. I mean, yeah, that may have hurt the lower lumbar a little bit, but I'm sure our crash test dummy's doing all right. Now, the only issue here is whether or not it can recover and continue to go up our little area here. Now, he's gonna have to turn around for this. This is the 1 military police. All right, bye. That didn't go according to plan. You're gonna notice that the springs are surprisingly light for their size. All right, I went ahead and backed down the engines just a little bit. We may have gone a little bit too far, but I'm sure this time everything's gonna be just fine. All right, off the ramp with the cinematic view. One of the Stigs is already getting his flight on. Quite well, too, I might add. All right, that was a flip. That was unfortunate. I hadn't anticipated that it would have landed quite so perfectly as to hit the secondary trampoline. That's very unfortunate. A few of the Stigs are still hanging on for dear life. That one right over there just met the concrete at what is presumably a fatal speed. From the police dash cam, this is what it's like to be sad. Right here. This is also what it's like to fly. It's a beautiful blue sky today. I will say that. Okay, ow, whoops. All right, nobody made it. Those engines are definitely not cut out for this. Let's try something else. All right, we had to do it at least one time. Everyone gets rockets. Now, I don't know how far, oh, mother of God. Okay, let's go for the, oh. I was gonna say let's go for the trampolines, but I don't think anyone's gonna hit them. I think the rockets just cause a ridiculous amount of, oh, mother of Jesus. The police cars really get that air. All right, well, feel kind of bad because in that run there, our trampolines were completely unutilized. All right, let's try something a little bit more lightweight and nimble. Classic rally cars. Over here, we have Stan and Lee Marvel. They're wanted for violating superhero copyrights. And we're off. Now, you can mess with the tensile strength of the springs just to see, like, what they do. Now, right over here, you're going to notice that we get a lot more distance just due to the type of vehicle that we're using. We're not probably going to get that much bounce. I don't know. Maybe we will get some bounce. Oh, we're getting some flippage. Oh, God, we're getting some flippage. This car over here seems to be doing pretty good. Orange car may also make it to the end. Well, the landing may have been a little bit harder than I had previously anticipated, but look at that skill and agility. Landed on the button, just as you would expect. All right, let's get number 2. Now, I don't think anyone has made it to number 2 yet, and it doesn't look like anyone is going to. All right, new plan. I've spaced the cars out quite a bit, so this way they won't all hit the same, the same bouncy goo each time. Now, right over there, there's your very first bouncing. That is a fantastic bounce. Look at that right there. I don't know if the landing's going to be too good because it looked like the back end kind of came up a little bit. Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Didn't need that bumper anyway. No big deal. All right, the like 6 rolls that he's doing may not be so good. Now, over here, the separation, oh, mother of God. I was going to say the separation definitely worked. We're gonna get a beautiful trampoline-like impact over here. Gives him just enough time to see his life flash before his eyes as he lands squarely on the nose and then runs into the secondary trampoline over here. I've extended some of the trampolines. So, in other words, the gods of BeamNG are gonna give this guy a chance to get to the secondary. Oh, it really wasn't that bad because he's going so slow. Just kind of, all right, now it's a lot worse. All right, new experiment. I locked down the trampoline so that they're less likely to slide. We'll see how well that does. Let's find out here. Now, this is our very first impact. It's usually a doozy. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, and they are not moving at all. That is absolutely perfect. Now, to be fair, they kind of, instead of sliding, they worked like little clotheslines in that they completely obliterated the second suspect rally car. I'm not sure if anyone is going to be in any shape to continue onward. I'm totally wrong. At least one is going to be in shape to continue onward. Let's see how he does. Right over here, he's going to have to slowly... Never mind, he's dead. All right, I think I found the problem. See, we need something heavier. So we're doing racing semi-trucks. Right over here. We have Danny and Daryl Meat Cylinder. They're wanted for inventing the low-fat hot dog. Now what's awesome is we have legitimate police racing trucks as well. I'm very curious to see how well they perform just because of the heavy bodies. Now they can get some air, look at that. You really want to be there at the ground floor when these guys touch home. What just happened? Where'd my trampoline go? GrayStillPlays does whatever he wants. The world is my oyster. Oh, the weight causes the impact to be that much worse. Good God. Okay, this one may survive. Never mind. Maybe it won't. How come they're getting further with each one? You notice that each one managed to fly a little bit further than the last one? Wow. So, in this instance, the trampolines, rather than kind of like ejecting the trucks as you would expect, acted more like some sort of gigantic counter force and thrust the entirety of the body through the ceiling. Maybe something went wrong that time. So we're gonna be over here on the dash cam with the lead truck. Gonna get a good look at the dummy cam just to see how he reacts when we hit. Now, last time he evaporated. I'm really hoping that the truck doesn't evaporate this time. I would appreciate that. Now, there's the air, baby. And we get all the way to the third trampoline. Now, right around here is where things usually kind of go sideways. Yep, our dummy's hurt. The dummy is injured and is not having a good day. All right, second truck. Come on, baby, you can do this. I know you can. Okay, hits one and then the other. Nope. Obliterated. Kind of figures. The police are almost reaching the very, very last platform. Oh, the last platform just disintegrated. Last platform's back. I do what I want. Okay, it hit the ground. There's nothing left of the entire body. But maybe somehow it can slowly work past the tendrils of Cthulhu and make it to the secondary ramp. Now you're gonna notice that particulates of vehicle are really starting to litter the entire area. This may have been an impossible feat. Yeah, I think everything's pretty much done. This is how our crash test dummy is doing. You're gonna notice that his teeth are currently firmly implanted into the horn area of the steering wheel. Not really sure what happened over here. Kind of looks like some sort of downward dog yoga thing, but it's upside down, and he's also on fire, which is probably kind of bad. I guess he's burning calories. All right, I decided to do our last test in a ridiculous manner, just to see if we can make this happen. So I have a 4 times articulated bus over here. The only one who's crazy enough to pilot it is Cojones Maximus. Let's see if he can get through the course. And Cojones is off. Now, this thing isn't gonna go super fast, but there's a lot of power behind this beast because, again, it is super long. I know, that's what she said. But for real, it's super long, it's articulated, it's very bendy, and I have no doubt that we'll at least be able to get to the very first trampoline. Now, I moved one of them up a little bit, little spring over here, so we should be all right. That's good air. Good air. Now, right over here, it meets the... Oh, mother of Jesus. Well. I think it may weigh too much for the spring, but I have an idea. Okay, so, we cranked the spring factor up exponentially. It's really high. I don't know if this is going to cause the spring back to go even more nuts, or if it's going to become more resistant to the impact of something as weighted as that behemoth. Let's find out. Now, right over here, we're going to get the side view as it rolls into position. Looking good so far. There's the air. Okay. Okay. It does hold it. I have a plan. Here we go. We've got even more springs. There's one additional spring. So hopefully, no matter what, the entirety of the body will land on a spring somewhere. This is what it all comes down to. Can we just make it through one of them? Quadruple articulated. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. Yes. Good. Come on. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Oh, no. It weighs too much. Well, it has given it a fantastic shot. It's just the springs are a little bit too janky with the weight and the inconsistency of where it's putting its pressure, but it gave it the old school try, man. All right, folks, that's gonna be it for this episode of BeamNG.drive, where we put a wow. I can't believe how well these things took the spring. Where we put a bunch of vehicles up against the springs of doom, and some of them did pretty good. Some of them did not. Anyway, folks, if there's anything else that you think that we should do with these springs, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Until the next time, stay foxy and much love.